Hey guys, it's Mark from Lot More Guitar Studio. Many of my private students, both young and old, are big Billie Eilish fans. No surprise there. And in this lesson, I want to show you my arrangement of her song, Everything I Wanted. Let's take a look. All right, I'm going to be playing this with the capo on the 2nd fret. I'm going to use a C major 7 chord shape here. So your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret from the capo on the 5th string, and 2nd finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Okay, so this is the intro keyboard part, organ part, arranged for the guitar. So when you strum this chord, you want to let your pick go only to the 2nd string. And then we want to pick the 3rd string open. Okay, if you're finger picking it, you would try to pinpoint those 2 strings as well. So I've got a C major 7, open B string is my melody note, so I don't want to strum any further than that. Then we have a D chord. So this is a little bit of a tricky shape. I'm playing a D triad here, which is 5th fret from the capo on the 5th string. I'm using my pinky, then 4th string, 4th fret, and 3rd string, 2nd fret. And that is our melody note right there on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So you can make it easier, but just by playing maybe the open D, or you can maybe even sneak the A in there. Or you can play the triad like this. A little bit tricky, but so far we have C major, then D. Okay, we want to pick that 3rd string as the melody. Now the 3rd chord is kind of like a B minor. I like to play the first time with just the 5th string fretted on the 2nd fret and the open 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Okay, and again, your melody note here is the open B string. So I like that open sound there. And then I'm going to put my pinky on the 4th fret of the 4th string. So, and then back to C major 7. But now our melody note is the 3rd string. Okay, so I'm trying to play that melody, right? Okay, and then I'm trying to get that in there with those chord shapes. So between the first 2 phrases, we have this little line. Okay, so what I'm doing there is I'm playing the open 3rd string, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, open 2nd string, 1st fret of the 2nd string, and then you go right back to C major 7. Same thing, D chord again. Now this time on the 3rd chord, I'm going to play a B, kind of like a B minor shape. Really looks more like a B power chord. This might be the trickiest chord here. Okay, but what you're really going to emphasize is the 4th string, 4th fret note. So you could technically just play these 2 notes, because then the next note in the melody is the open B, and then back to the C. So again, here's the first time. Okay, then I do kind of like almost like a G with a B in the bass here. 4th fret of the 4th string, back to the C major 7. And then we have this little scale run. C major 7, D. Now almost like a B power chord, 2nd fret of the 5th string, 4th fret of the 4th. And then I'm going to go up to the open B, back to C. Okay, so one time slowly without talking. Now, if you're playing a solo guitar performance of this, you could do that in the beginning, and then in the song, I do what I call caveman strums, where you're doing eighth notes, but to get more of a driving sound, you're going to do all down picks here. And I just kind of follow the chords. You could play that line if you want. So you don't have to play the exact part every time, you know. You can play the B minor there. It would work as just a strum. You know, you're free to experiment with some of your own ways of playing. So it pretty much repeats that chord cycle. C, D, B minor, C. And I'm always playing that C major 7. Okay. Then in the chorus, the third time through, there's one extra chord, right? We have a C chord here, D, and then a B7 chord. Okay, so you may be familiar with that. There's a couple ways you could do it. You're going to play the second fret of the fifth string, first fret of the fourth string, second fret of the third string. And then you could either play to the B string here, or you could put your pinky on top. Okay, so there I'd be doing. There's the B7, C. But for the most of the rest of the song, you're going to do that chord cycle of the B minor back to the C. And then one other way you can progress it in the beginning is maybe do some arpeggiating. Just to make that part a little more active in the beginning. Alright, so we've taken that keyboard part, put it on the guitar, and then made a nice arrangement out of it. Not too tough. I guess, that D chord's a little bit tricky, and the B power chord, but you're not really doing a full bar chord there, so it works out kind of nice. And actually, open strings in this song sound really pretty nice and atmospheric. So, alright, have fun with that lesson, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next lesson.